I just woke up not too long ago, and when I'm recording this, obviously, and my partner was watching the School of Greatness. She was into it. Like, she had a notebook. She was writing things down. So I'm like, oh, this must be a good one. So, so yeah, I tuned in. I was like, let me tap in. And she was like, girl, it's good. They talking about like frequencies and basically it was all about our language and how we speak, not just the words we're speaking, but the frequency in which we're saying it. So, for example, when we say I love you, like, why does it hit different depending on who's saying it and how they're saying it? But yeah, you can totally tell when somebody is operating in a different frequency than what their words are saying. Like, if you've been in relationships and a person was like, you know that the relationship isn't really um a great one, or y'all just at that point where y'all not feeling it. You could, when somebody give you like an empty love you or I love you or whatever, like, you can feel it. It's not going to hit the same. But when somebody that truly is feeling like they love you says I love you, it does like affect you in a beautiful way. Like, the person that was being interviewed on the show, he was talking about his book. So as I talk about this, maybe you'll know who it is. But anyhow, um, he was saying, okay, got it. He was saying that when certain words are spoken to you in a particular frequency, the way it affects your inner universe. Okay, so some of y'all might not be some of y'all might not be into all of what I'm expressing, and that's fine. But for those that do feel what I'm saying, like, definitely keep listening, because I thought that was so, I felt what he was saying. He was like, when you're 5 years old and if someone said to you like, oh, you're worthless, like, that is going to impact your inner universe, and that may stay with you the rest of your life um because of the energy that received it. Like, our energy doesn't stay just with us. It can penetrates other people, and a lot of that is through what we say, and then things and power and words. So yeah, a 5-year old being told that they're worthless, versus being told how amazing and great they are. So how that's going to affect your universe and how you feel about yourself, and it's going to stay with you. So just being mindful of what you say, and not only to other people, but what you say to yourself. So, and I looked up and I was recording at 444 as I said that. So I'm like, yeah, I like this conversation. I do want to listen to more of what he's saying. And he got all into shadows, and how a lot of times we're trying to get rid of our shadow, and like, or we're not understanding it much, and it's a part of us. Like, our shadow is always with us. So whatever choice we're making, we can decide to operate in a light part of us, or if in a shadow part of us. So in his book, he has different things broken down, and my partner downloaded the book already. That's how much she was into it. So we're definitely going to listen, and maybe I'll share another audio telling you guys what we felt about the book. But for an example, like, there's a person who is could be a motivator or a performer. So the performer is the shadow and your motivator is your light. So you guys, again, we haven't read the book yet, so you can use your own definitions of what you think those things are, like the commander versus the dictator. So those were just some of the terms, and I'm like, wow. Anyhow, so just like being real with myself, and just like, okay, I see times that I've like operated in that shadow for sure. And it's nothing to like come down on yourself about or beat yourself up about. No, because use that as an opportunity to like know that you can choose another side. You can make another choice. So then he got into which this was definitely important to me, because there's people in my life or that I encounter, and even myself at times, I feel like when you're walking around, you're just like angry, or kind of like mad at the world type situations. I've had less of those. Haven't had many of those, to be honest. It's not me tooting my own horn, but it's just showing me my growth, spiritually, and just like the choices I'm making to just have a more positive impact on my environment and communities. But people in my life who are just always angry all the time, or lashing out all the time, or like quick to want to argue or fight. And he said it's really, they're not mad at the world because they don't know the world, right? We know not even a fraction of the world, okay, that we physically experience. And I'm not even going to get into actual like physical this and that, and reality and all that other shit, because your girl just went through some things. Okay, I was partaking in sacral things, and I had another awakening, and that it's just been hitting different at this like level of like understanding. But anyhow, he said that when people are walking around angry at the world, and just like upset, ready to fight, just mad, like I hate people, I hate the world, it's really because they're mad at themselves. So it's like either they've done something, and this is just based on what he was saying, that they're mad at either something that they've done that they can't forgive themselves for, or something that happened to them that wasn't their fault. And instead of choosing at the moment to like, or choosing to be a victim, they decided to choose violence. And violence is not just physical. Your speech can be very violent, even just in frequency. So I was like, oh shit. Like, yeah. And he said those people, they can definitely come out of that energy if they just forgave themselves, if they just decided to not choose the violence. You can always choose the light. And forgive yourself for when you didn't choose the light. It's okay. So I was like, that's deep, yo. And I did self-reflection, as I always do when I hear things. I don't know why when I hear things, I automatically try to check myself and see if I'm operating in that. But I do know the times that I have operated in that. Yeah, it's like you need to love yourself more when you just hate. Like, hate is easy to choose hate. It's love and positivity. Those things take energy to choose. Those things are the harder things to choose, that we assumed that everything was supposed to come easy or easily to us. Walking around being angry is the easy choice. It's harder to make the decision not to. So I just hope that we all just ready to make these decisions that are going to lead us more into the light that we want to practice. First starting with ourselves and for ourselves, because you can't try to understand other people, or what's the word I'm looking for? Healthy relationships with other people if you don't first have a healthy relationship with yourself. If you don't first care and love on yourself. So that's why relationships a lot of times don't work out, because we're getting into them before we have addressed how we feel about ourselves. He also talked about, which I thought was very interesting, and of course I instantly did some reflection, was like when you get into relationships, like if you are operating in your light, you should not get in a relationship with somebody that is operating in their darkness. It is not going to work. He, however, mentioned that if you're like operating more in your shadow, then two shadow people should be in a relationship together. I'm like, oh, okay. I don't want to be in no more shadow relationship. So I'm always striving to be in the light. That doesn't mean that I'm never operating in my shadow, and it doesn't mean that my shadow is not important. Like all of us, all of our whole body is it's all part of a whole, a plan. It's all part of what makes us up. Like nothing needs to be cast out. You know what I'm saying? Going into your shadow gives you opportunities to expand. That's the way that I'm seeing it. But anyhow, so yeah, and also when we're getting into relationships, you want to be with someone who also loves with who you're growing into, or what you're becoming, who you're becoming, not just who you already have become. Because when you're in a relationship with somebody who is loving who you're becoming, they can see the times that you feel like you're falling short, or you make a mistake, and they can still love you for it, and they can understand, no, that's not who you are. That doesn't define you. Because I already see who you're becoming. And I say, yo, that's deep as fuck. And I'm so glad that the relationship I'm in now, I see that we're loving each other as we're becoming. We're starting in a space. I'm hearing, as I'm talking, like this humming to the left, and I don't know if it's like a vacuum, but it's also feeling like it's not, sounding like it's not a vacuum. But I appreciate the humming. I swear, I'm okay, guys. I'm okay. But back to this message, I just want to end it with saying I hope I gave a lot of information. I hope you guys were able to listen to for a while to take in this information. I'm still getting my flow with YouTube and seeing which ways that these messages will resonate, or just the light and love that I'm trying to share with you guys, bringing it to you in ways that you can receive. And I know not everyone's going to receive it, and that's not my job to try to appeal to every single person. It would be nice if a lot of people were receiving the messages, but it's okay for it to hit with whoever is going to hit with, you know? But anyway, I love the fact that you guys are allowing me to share this. You feel like this is definitely a channel you want to come back to and experience more Erica Taz TV. Just make sure, if you haven't done so already, that you just hit the subscribe button and make sure that the notifications are selected, so that way whenever I drop a video, you'll definitely see it right away. So peace and blessings. Remember that you always can choose the light. And that's all I got for you tonight, guys. Or today, I should say. It's your girl, Erica Taz. Peace.